This is me. And these are my kids. And this is our life. And this is our TikTok. Well, technically it's my TikTok, but you'll see the kids here. You get the gist. Okay, so let's talk about how labor and delivery went. So the morning of November 9th, I was finalizing pairing together all the outfits for Jax that I had washed and putting them away. Everything was fine. I felt completely normal, had breakfast, took a nice hot bath. I didn't have a lot of contractions or Braxton Hicks. It was just another regular day. And I slept completely fine as well. He was still very active. Everything was per usual. At 3 o'clock, I was laying in bed and I felt a big pop and heard it too. And then a few minutes later, my water broke all over my bed. Okay, my water just broke. And it was just like in the movies. My water breaking sounded like you turning the faucet on, and it continued to break all the way to the hospital. Once I got to the hospital, they checked my cervix, and I was only 0.5 centimeter dilated, so they got me started on Pitocin to speed up my labor. 20 minutes to midnight, I was fully dilated. 1/4 to midnight, I pushed, and 15 minutes later, Jackson Carter Feld was here. He was born at 11:56 p.m. November 9th, 2024, at 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and 19 inches long. He latched immediately, and we started nursing. I actually did bawl my eyes out when I had him, and I was alone. I was in labor by myself, so I cut the umbilical cord. Thank God, unlike my first 2 births, I did not have to get an episiotomy, so I didn't have to sit on a pack of ice for 2 days straight, and I only tore a little bit. They gave me about 4 stitches. Given all the weight I gained, I did not expect this little boy to be so little. And as stated in my series, Sleeping with the Devil, I did go into the hospital under Jane Doe. Honestly, the food was not bad. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't DoorDash, but it wasn't terrible. I absolutely enjoyed our stay at the hospital because it was just me and Jackson, and it was our time together, and I didn't have to share him with the world, just a bunch of doctors for tests and whatnot. I also mentioned in my series, Sleeping with the Devil, that I would not be showing the entire face of Jackson, and I have made it my business to make sure that the angles are right or that I crop out the greater majority of his face. And that's not for safety with the internet and such. That's specifically because I do not want his father to have any access to a visual of the child that he's been denying. But for any family, friends, or acquaintances, Jackson Carter Feld is here. You were gifted with the amazing opportunity to father my son. I've seen and heard more than enough. I will not have my son in the middle of the crossfire. I found out, so my son doesn't have to. Anyway, back to the food. This was not terrible at all. Of course, there's no seasoning, but for the most part, like all things considered, the food was not terrible. I sang to Jax every single day when I was pregnant, and I went in to see if he would actually react to me singing to him after he was here, and he did. He has the most beautiful smile and the most adorable dimples. I found out during a hospital stay Jax does in fact not have sickle cell. He does have the trait, so he got my blood, which was expected anyway. When it comes to looks, Jax looks like both me and his father, which is obviously going to be expected. That's just how genetics work. We went into Cooper on a Saturday, and we were discharged by afternoon Monday. Since for the most part I'm the only thing and one that Jax knows visually and auditorily, it's amazing to know that when he smiles and laughs in his sleep, 9.9 times out of 10, it's because of something that I did.